Hello YouTube, it's Lion here with Hobbies of a Man once again, and today we are doing another review. Today we're going to be reviewing Burn the Witch by Tite Kubo. I'm going to talk about both the one-shot and the 4-chapter limited series that I read on the Viz Shonen app, or the Shonen Jump app. Yeah, there we go. And yeah, so the publisher is Shonen Jump, or well, actually the publisher is Viz, but it's a Shonen Jump title, so the demographic is shonen, obviously, and the genres here are urban fantasy, I guess, sort of. It's definitely a battle manga, and it's fantasy. Whether it's urban fantasy or not, well, I guess that kind of depends. And it does have an adaptation. It's actually an anime film or a 3-episode series. I'm not actually sure. I think it's an anime film. And there have been rumors that there's going to be a season 2 of Burn the Witch, so I guess that's another 4 chapters or something. But it'd be pretty cool if this became an actual series, because I really enjoy it. But yeah, let's just jump into the premise of this. So it's basically in the Bleach world. It's 2 years after the end of Bleach, which I don't know what that is because I haven't read that far or watched the anime that far. But it's basically 2 years after the end of Bleach. So I guess whatever happens in chapter or in volume 73, 72, whatever happens afterwards, 2 years after that. And it's set in London, where this kind of like reverse London, this kind of like hidden section of the world exists where witches and wizards deal with these mythological creatures called dragons. Now, dragons aren't actually dragons per se in the, Western wyvern style. It's more like very interesting looking hollows, which is where the Bleach thing comes in. And it's very good. I really enjoy it. So, I'm just going to talk about all of it together. I'm not going to separate it because the one shot is the initial story, and then the limited series is 2 or 3 months afterwards. And really nothing in between there happens that's important, that warrants that division. It's just like Tite Kubo made a thing, and then he was like, okay, I'll write another story, and then that's that. So the plotline is great. It's kind of a short slice of life style story where it just kind of deals with these 2 girls and a guy that are just kind of living their life in reverse London, doing their thing, which for the girls means that they work for the Wingbind organization, which is also called the Soul Society West Wing or West Brigade or something like that. I don't remember what it is, but basically 2 girls work for the Soul Society in London, and they're just kind of doing their thing. We see them do a couple activities where they have to take care of some hollows, and then, there's a battle, because there's always a battle in battle manga, and they save a guy, and the guy is like friends with them now. And then the limited series has more of the same thing, which is good. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really nice read. I'm not necessarily sure it's gonna be something that everyone likes. I really enjoy it because I like fantasy, and I like slice of life, and combining both of them was very fun. I really enjoyed it. But it's not like this great style of like epic fantasy or this amazing battle manga or anything like that. It's a very more like character-driven story that's rather short, that just kind of explores an aspect of the world of Bleach that hadn't been explored before. And that's basically all it is. And it's good. I would definitely buy this if they make an English version. Like if they make a volume, like a one-shot volume that's in English, I would definitely buy it for sure. It'd be a very nice kind of one-shot story to kind of give to someone to be like, hey, this is manga. This is by one of the guys that wrote one of the biggest, most influential manga. You should check it out. And the fact that it's, connected to the Bleach world, but not really nothing really happens in it that you need to know anything about Bleach. So it's a very good introduction to Tite Kubo. And yeah, so the characters here are pretty fun. I like them a lot. They were just kind of funny, I guess, mostly. So Noelle is this like stoic girl, and she's very cute. She's kind of like tall and buxom, and she has very nice dark hair. And she's kind of like a weeb, I guess. She's really interested in like Japanese stuff, which is cool. I liked it. But yeah, she's not very talkative or anything. She's just kind of like there. Although she's kind of like the main character. And then we have Nini, who is this very temperamental, very cute, like adorable, angry girl. And she's kind of like, she's not a lolly, but she's more like she's on the slender side, and she kind of has a chip on her shoulder, and she wants to prove herself. And I like that. I like her character. She's also part of a band or something like that. Can't remember, but it basically, she's very outgoing. And it's a very fun mix between the two of them, because Noah's very laid back and doesn't want to really do much. And the other one is, Nini, is very like crazy and out there, and she wants to prove herself and get into the kind of like the battle squad. And it's fun. I really enjoy their interactions. The other character that's important here is Balgo, who is this kind of like pervy, funny guy. The first time you meet him, he's like wanting to see Noelle's panties because it's funny, I guess. And he has this little dog called Osushi, who ends up being a dragon of some sort. And it's very cool. I really enjoyed it. And Balgo ends up having these like this condition, I guess, which is called being dragon clad, which would be kind of like whatever Orihime and what's his name, Chad are, but they manifest powers. So I don't know what that is actually, but I think it's kind of like that, right? Because Orihime and Chad spent a lot of time with a hollow before they managed to get powers, right? So I guess being dragon-clad means that you develop a power at some point, I guess. I'm not really sure. But very cool stuff. And the world building here is good. Beyond the whole reverse London thing, I just like that the hollows turn out to be the thing called dragons. And it's just affected by the culture of the place, which is really, really nicely done. It kind of adds a lot of deeper lore to how the Bleach world works. So you would assume that all of the mythical creatures and demons and gods and stuff in the world of Bleach are either people from the Soul Society or hollows, which is pretty freaking awesome. It's a very cool, like, way to tie in your thing to the real world in a very interesting way. And the hollows are very different in London compared to the ones that we see in the show, or like the manga in Japan. And I guess that has to do with how people view them, and this kind of like weird domestication thing that kind of happened, and that changes how they look, I guess. And that's very, very interesting. It's very cool. There's a lot of implications there that I would like to see explored, but I'm not really sure that they will be. And yeah, the art is slightly more refined. It's good, but there's not really anything special to it. It's just the same as Bleach, just a little bit nicer. And fan service, there really isn't none. It's just kind of like naughty jokes, and that's it. I would rate this a 4 out of 5. I thought it was great, but it wasn't like amazing. It didn't really hit any note for me that was like, damn, I would not get this from anything else, which is why it's just a solid 4. It's not like, it's like special and it's cool, but it's not that special, if that makes sense. But yeah, I mean, that's basically it. I really have no problems with it. It just didn't blow my socks off. I would really like to see this animated, so I will probably check out the film at some point. I guess I'd have to get a Crunchyroll account, I guess. I'm not really sure. But yeah, I definitely recommend this title. I think it's very good. It's very enjoyable. If you're a fan of Bleach, you'll definitely like this. And as far as similar titles go, I'm not really sure that there are many. Obviously Bleach, because it's by the same creator and it's in the same world. But beyond that, I guess maybe something like Reign of the Seven Spellblades, in that kind of like witchy Western style magic setting, maybe. But not really. Some other magic school type things might work, but this story isn't a magic school story. It's just kind of like what kind of fits. Maybe Black Torch or something like that. And yeah, so that's basically it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please let me know in the comments and like, subscribe, and you know, all that stuff. Also, if you have any thoughts about Burn the Witch that I maybe missed or that I didn't touch upon, please let me know those as well. I would be really interested in having a discussion with you guys down in the comments, or you know, on my Instagram or Twitter if you guys are interested in that as well. Thank you guys very much for watching. See you guys later.